CQDX South America calling CQ Central America 9 Alpha Tango 791 Gulf Islands North Pacific.
CQDX 2 Whiskey Romeo 0166 Louisiana North America, stand by.
2 Whiskey Romeo 0166 Louisiana 9 Alpha Tango 791 Gulf Islands North Pacific.
Hey, top of the evening to you there, 791. Got you in there, my friend. You want a QSY to 570?
Yeah, QSY. How about that Louisiana station? 2 World Radio 0166 Bayou 9 Alpha Tango 791 on the Gulf Islands up here in the North Pacific.
791, I got you in there, my friend. You sounding good. I got about a 5, 6, 5, 7 copy on you, Roger.
Hey, Roger, on that, I got you 10 and 20 over, man. Blasting in here to my Radio Shack.
Yeah, operator. First personal Chad on this end, Charlie. Hotel Alpha Delta. Charlie Hotel Alpha Delta, Roger.
You betcha, Chad. We may have talked before. You sound familiar. You got Joe on this side, Juliet, Oscar Echo, and my QTH is on the southern Gulf Islands off the far extreme coast of southwest coast of British Columbia, QSL.
Hey, Roger, man. That's a good little piece. Yeah, man. We're making a good fine trip down here in Louisiana, Roger.
Yeah, you're blowing smoke up here, man. Like up into the strawberry patch, brother. Sound like you're sitting right next to me. I'm ready to pour you a drink.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, though, but save some of the flowers for yourself. You sounding good yourself, my friend. Yeah, I'm talking with a Yazoo 991A, and I got about 450 whiskeys heading your way, Roger.
It's working, man. That's a great radio you got there. Your audio, bang on 100%, and 400 horsepower definitely helps. Sounding good, brother. I'm running an RCI 2980 WX here. D104 Lollipop, about 200 horsepower through a 3-element flat-side Yagi pointed your way.
Yeah, I got a Sirio Tornado 5A ground plane about 30 foot up in the air, Roger.
Those Sirio ground planes are kick-ass. I'm running a Sirio SY, a 27 3-element flat-side Yagi. Those Sirio beams are great, man. I love them.
Yeah, the beam antenna's a fine antenna. Yeah, I'm talking on a ground plane right now. I have a colossal 10K that I'm fixing to put over here in a little bit and try that antenna out, Roger.
Yeah, no, that ground plane you got works really well. I know another guy that has one out there, and he lived on our coast here, and he moved out somewhere into the central part of Canada, and when I hear him, he comes blasting in there, man. That Sirio ground plane, man, they're great.
Yeah, 10-4, man, 10-4. Yeah, I'm about 50 miles, well, 40 miles actually, 40 miles south of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Roger. Smack dab into the middle of the Louisiana swamp, Roger.
Sounds good to me, man. I bet you eat some crawdaddies down there and some good Cajun food.
Yeah, Roger, I got my neighbor tonight. He's eating crawfish tonight, Roger.
Oh, man, you're making me hungry, man. You know what? I've never had them. I eat prawns. We have prawns and shrimp up here in the Pacific Ocean around us, but I heard those crawdaddies are good.
Yeah, they're real good. I ate so much of them things when I was a child that if I don't ever eat them again, I'm good. Now, crabs, like we have blue crabs down here in the swamp, and those crabs, I love them things, man. Blue crabs, oh my God.
Is that right? We got a red rock crab and Dungeness crab up here, up this way. But and lots of prawns and lots of shrimp and stuff like that. But I hear you guys got crocodile down there too, QSL.
Yeah, I don't know about crocodile. We do have freshwater crocodiles probably in Florida, but alligators, the North American alligators are plentiful down here in Louisiana, Roger.
That's what I meant. Sorry about that. Alligator. I've eaten that before. That's good.
Oh yeah, we eat that pretty regularly down here. That and catfish and just all kinds of stuff. We got plentiful seafood, Roger.
Oh yeah, catfish is good. You know, I had that once on one of those cruises to Alaska. Man, was it ever good.
You know, I have my ancestors from way back when are from Canada, Nova Scotia, part of Canada, and France. So I have a lot heritage that came from Canada. Over.
Yeah, I heard about that history down there. That is pretty cool, man. You know, I've never been to that part of Canada. That's on the East Coast. That's 4 time zones away from here. I'm out here off the West Coast, so Vancouver would be northeast of us, probably 50 miles, something like that. We're actually closer to the U.S. than we are to Canada. We're same archipelago as Washington State, San Juan Islands. We can see the San Juan Islands from here.
Wow, that's crazy, man. But, yeah, dude, you're making a fine trip, man. I got a real good copy on you over there. But you're making a fine trip down here in Louisiana.
Yeah, likewise. Save the flowers for yourself. How's the weather down there? We got about 70 here, 70 degrees here today, and it's blue sky and sunshine. And I know you guys are about 2 hours ahead of us. Current time here is 6:05 p.m., and it's still real nice out there. It's about 62 degrees.
Yeah, we're pushing about 77, and it's 7:57 p.m. We're pushing about 77 degrees, and we just had kind of a little shower by. But I think it's starting to clear up, and I don't think the temperature's going to go down any, but yeah, we're pushing about 77 degrees, over.
Oh, wow, nice, man. That's like subtropical there. So do you have those bald cypress trees, lots of the bald cypress trees down there?
Oh, man, it's full of cypress trees with that Spanish moss hanging down from it. You ought to see how pretty that is.
Beautiful, man. I have one. I planted one here in our pond. We have a pond, a natural pond, and a creek that goes through the back 40 of our property. I planted one about 30 years ago. It's getting pretty big now. It's got lots of knees coming up everywhere.
Yeah, well, I wish, if I could send you a picture of the front of my house, the bayou side, man, it's beautiful. I got a bayou running right in front of my house with cypress trees all over the place. Beautiful, beautiful.
How beautiful is that, man? I love those things, man. They're gorgeous trees. And the Spanish moss. You know, there's a botanical garden in Vancouver, and they actually got a grove of them they planted probably 50 years ago when they were tiny. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, Roger. You know, back in the day, my grandfather used to pick moss for mattress filling. They used to take moss and fill mattresses with it. That was years and years and years and years ago.
So they take the moss off, the Spanish moss?
Yeah, they would take the moss off the tree and let it dry, and then they would sell it, and they would use it for fillings of a mattress, Roger.
That is cool. I had no idea. Wow, that is really neat, man. I didn't know about that, man. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, they would use it for filling in mattresses and probably like furniture and stuff. Furniture that has cushions, they would use the moss as a filling, Roger.
Okay, for cushions and stuff like that. So those trees, you know the bald cypress trees, do they use those for lumber or anything?
Used to, a long time ago, they harvest the virgin cypress, which was a big cypress tree. And now we have smaller cypress trees, and they every so often they'll cut them down, but they don't harvest cypress trees too much in Louisiana no more.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I guess they took the old growth. They took those really old ones, and that's what they do up here too. They took the really old ones, so there's not a whole lot of old growth left. It's just a lot of smaller trees, right? I guess it's pretty good wood, huh?
Very good wood. Very good wood. Never rots. Never rots. Some guys that pick them sinkers, they got what they call a sinker log. They pick them in, and they let the wood dry, and that wood will never rot.
That's amazing. That's like the redwood trees, those California coast redwood trees. Really good for siding and decking and stuff like that.
Yeah, people, man. Yeah, they used to use cypress wood a lot in Louisiana, over.
They're beautiful trees, though, man. I mean, ours is about 40 feet tall now, and it's growing in the pond, and when it gets its foliage on it, it's gorgeous. And in the autumn, it actually turns kind of a golden color before it drops all its needles. Very late autumn, usually end of November.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, you ought to see that over here, man. With all the cypress trees we have over here, it's beautiful. And look, when they would harvest the virgin cypress, they had a log with a diameter of over 8-foot, 10-foot diameter. Big trees that they harvest, over.
Holy smokers, man, that is a lot of lumber, isn't it?
Yeah, you can get a lot more feet out of those logs. Lots and lots of lumber.
Oh yeah, those trees are probably 200 feet tall too.
Yep, very, very tall, way up there, but no more. There's no more virgin cypress. Every so often, you gotta look. You can find one, but it's 9 times out of 10, the inner core of the log is rotten. It's hollow. Not rotten, but it's hollow. And, I mean, people are trying to preserve them. They don't want to use them no more.
No, that's probably a good thing. You know, that's like up this way too. You go over our island. We're not on a very big island, but there's not a whole lot of old growth trees left. There are some hiding in the forest, but most of them were logged out, you know, first time around 150 years ago.
Yeah, 10-4, man, I got you. But, yeah, the virgin cypress are no more over here. It's just a regular bald cypress, what they call a bald cypress.
Yep, bald cypress, that's what I call them, or swamp cypress, or the Latin name is Taxodium distichum, but not common up here, but some people do grow them, and believe it or not, they're actually a pretty cold-tolerant tree.
Yeah, 10-4, man. Well, in Louisiana, especially like around where I live at, we have a lot of smoke. Actually, well, the area where I live is a big, big island. We're surrounded by water, but we never flood.
That's amazing. So, when you had that Hurricane Katrina there many years ago, did it affect you in your area?
High winds and lots of trees down. Massive fish killed fish like you wouldn't imagine. The water gets so rotten where the fish can't breathe anymore and they all die.
Oh, is that ever sad, man? And that was that mostly like catfish and stuff?
All kinds of fish, bass, what they call crappie, perch, catfish, any kind of fish that lives in the water would die.
Oh my God. Hopefully they've replenished themselves since then.
Well, the bass, we had a restocking program, and then, like, you could only catch a size limit, like 12 inches or above. Anything below 12 inches, you have to throw back, which is a good thing. And now, I don't follow it too much, but I think the size limit is a little bit higher. But most of the time, people catch bass, they throw them back anyway, you know, trying to preserve it.
Yeah, that's a good thing. In our lakes here, we have 11 freshwater lakes on our islands. We have the largemouth bass there. And a friend of mine 2 years ago caught a 7-pounder. He kept it. The small ones I just throw back, but the 7-pounder, he actually kept it, deboned it, and put it in his smoker. It was good meat.
Yeah, you know, during the fish kill for Katrina, they had bass. They were weighing bass that was like 14 pounds. 14 pounds, 15 pounds bass that was just dying. They were all dead.
Unreal, man. Those are big bass. Those are huge.
Yeah, you know, people didn't know that they had that bass that big over here in the lake. We got a freshwater lake around where we live at, massive lake. And it's got a lot of interconnected bayous to it, and everywhere fish was dead. Everywhere you went that had water, that fish that was dead.
Did that also affect like the alligators and stuff too?
No, instead the alligators feasted for months on the dead fish. It didn't affect them.
I guess they pretty much eat anything, huh? Like scavengers.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they feast on everything.
Do you guys got snakes down there too?
What's that?
Do you guys have some snakes, some big snakes?
Man, they have the natural snakes, diamondback water snake, cottonmouth water moccasin, rattlesnakes, copperheads, and just your basic water snakes, and they have a few other ones, you know, but that's the basic snakes. For right now, we're okay. We don't have these big constrictors like Florida does, but we're okay for right now, but they're probably going to migrate this way soon.
Yeah, I guess some of those snakes are pretty deadly too, but you know what? I heard you can eat some of those snakes too, right?
Yeah, some of them you can eat them. I've never tried them, but the next thing that's on my plate that I'm going to try is a neutral rat. You ever heard of a neutral rat before?
Yeah, nutria, right? They're like a big muskrat.
Yeah. Them things are good to eat, man. They eat very well.
Actually, we have them here on our island. They're in our lakes. They were introduced. I think they come from like South America or something.
Man, y'all need to get rid of them things. Them things are tearing stuff up. they'll tear up the bars, they'll tear up the levees, they'll tear up everything. You need to get rid of them.
Yeah, we have them in our lakes. We also have beaver here too. There are lots of beaver, but they're natural. But I know the nutria. But yeah, I bet you could eat them.
Oh yeah, it's pretty meat, beautiful meat. You just gotta know how to clean it. And of course, being from South Louisiana, we cook everything and we season everything really, really well, man. And you wouldn't know sometimes what you eat when we cook it, but it's good.
Sounds good to me, man. I'll eat anything, man. If it's cooked up, I'll eat it, man. Okay, man, when's dinner? I'm coming down.
I hear you, my friend. I hear you. Well, you make the trip and I'll cook you something up good, Roger.
I love it, man. I'd love to try some of that Cajun cooking down there. I have friends that go down there and they've eaten and they says it's awesome. There's a friend of mine up here that moved here about 20 years ago from Louisiana, and he went down there to visit his mom, and he says, "Oh, Joe, the food was so good."
Roger. Hey, Joe, I think I'm about to lose you, my friend. But, look, good talking to you. 73, you're sounding good down here in Louisiana, man. The player's been all mine, man. Good QSO, man. Really enjoyed it. Over.
Thanks a lot, Chad. Been a pleasure, buddy. I'll be listening for you out there, and if I ever make my way down to Louisiana, we'd give you a call, man. I'd love to sit down and eat some gator, maybe something else. Sounding good, brother. Hey, 2WR0166 down there, Louisiana. Have a good evening. Happy DXing. And we'll be listening for you soon. This is 9 Alpha Tango 791, way up here on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific, waving.
All right, Alpha Tango 791. Good talking to you, Joe. Hey, have a great weekend, man. What's left of it? Have a blessed Sunday. Blessings to you and your family, my friend. 73.
Thanks a lot, Chad. Cheers, bud. Good sounding station there, man, on that Sirio ground plane. Holy smokers. Blasting in here. Blasting in.